Hey everyone, welcome to the Not So Legal Show. Today I'm going to be talking about sexual harassment and other issues that happen in the workplace. I've also got the best hip hop lyrics, so stay tuned for the Not So Legal Show. Hey everyone, welcome to the Not So Legal Show. I'm Stephanie Cohen. Today's going to get a little bit serious just because I'm talking about sexual harassment and other issues that happen while you're at the workplace. There is an actress who was on The Mentalist who is suing for sexual harassment. Now, most of us, we think of sexual harassment and have kind of an idea of what that is in our minds, but legally, let's just say it's unwanted sexual advances that provide for a hostile work environment. Now, what is a hostile work environment? I mean, how do you actually prove going into work every day feels like a hostile work environment? Well, essentially, this woman was a background actress, and there was a gentleman who would do all kinds of things like accidentally rub up against her and say comments about having sex and all those kinds of things. And I have to say that I applaud her for bringing the lawsuit. I mean, how many of us have been in a situation at work where people have been saying those types of things, but you never actually really do anything about it? For example, the first law firm I ever worked in, I experienced some of those things myself. And I never would have brought a lawsuit because I quickly quit shortly thereafter, but it's a nightmare to be in that kind of environment because what happens is no matter what the person's saying, even if it isn't that sexual or has nothing to do with that kind of thing, it's so uncomfortable to go to work because you don't even want to talk to the person, you don't want to see them, you don't want to deal with them, and really that is the essence of creating a hostile work environment. It's about going somewhere where you just feel uncomfortable, you don't feel safe, and I applaud women that it's not even about bringing a lawsuit, but it's more just about speaking up because men and women obviously both exist in the workplace and people say things and maybe someone's sense of humor isn't like someone else's sense of humor and so they take it the wrong way. But I think that it's really important that in this day and age where people email and text and use social media in all kinds of ways and kind of feel they can get away with things, that the hope is that in the workplace you can actually keep it a safe environment. Now, in this instance with this woman that's suing, she actually sued because in her mind, once she called this behavior out to the superiors, she ended up getting fired, and fired in the sense that they stopped calling her for the work. So essentially it was sort of backlash against bringing the claim. The question is, would you bring a claim if you're being sexually harassed? You know, I get asked a lot of questions about certain activities that happen in the workplace, and I think sexual harassment is one of the most sensitive issues. So write in and tell me about it if you're ever dealing with that, and certainly speak up if it is happening. Aside from sexual harassment, I've noticed that there are a lot of gender discrimination lawsuits being brought these days. As most of you know, I talked about the ladies of Walmart, and let me tell you, there are a lot of ladies of Walmart that are getting involved in this class action lawsuit. There are over 2,000 women across 48 states that are now part of this class action suing Walmart for gender discrimination. Essentially, lots of different claims, but saying that, you know, they're underpaid. And I've got to tell you, I know Walmart sort of spoke up and said, oh, good luck, ladies, it's not going to happen. But the fact that over 48 states, they've been able to find women to join this lawsuit, sorry, Walmart, I kind of think that it's probably not going to go in your favor. I just read about another case. There's a woman that was working for Chick-fil-A who was recently fired because she was told that she should go home and be a stay-at-home mother. So clearly these issues are prevalent in the workplace. And I think that, you know, I just wanted to use this time to say that if you feel that you're being treated this way in any shape, in any form at all, that you should definitely talk to somebody about it. I mean, maybe you don't have to bring a lawsuit, but at least talk to your HR rep, talk to your supervisor. There's no reason to go to work and feel that you're being treated so unfairly day in and day out. I mean, of course, as you know, I always say if you're that miserable in your job, you absolutely owe it to yourself to just look for a new job and get out. But in the meantime, you don't need to just take unwanted behavior that you don't like or listen to comments that you feel like are unwanted. So just make sure that you take care of yourself in that way and talk to someone about it. Now it's time for the best hip hop lyric, and I've got to tell you about this guy who is known as the hip hop preacher. Now, how do I know about the hip hop preacher? Because I was at Radio Shack buying a battery for my microphone, and I struck up a conversation with the sales guy, and ultimately it led to him telling me about the hip hop preacher on YouTube who does these videos called TGIM, and he thought they were super just motivating and inspiring. So of course I checked it out. I wanted to tell all of you about it because he's right. They are motivating, they are inspiring. The guy's super cheerful, he's got a great attitude. And I think it's kind of a cool idea to say, thank God it's Monday instead of thank God it's Friday, the week is over. Sort of just reminds you of how to have a great week and just keep inspired about the path that you're on. So that's it for now. Always remember to honor your power and stay tuned for the next video posting. Sexual harassment. Shed, she shed, because that's just what you said. Okay. Sorry, I'm okay.